So what's giving you trouble today?
Well, I'm here today because I've just become overwhelmed with, I'm just really stressed out, and it's gotten to the point where I don't know what to do. I go to school full time, and I think I don't know if I'm putting too much pressure on myself, but I feel like for some reason I just feel like I'm gonna fail. Like, I just feel like I'm gonna fail, it's not gonna happen, and then I just need to like quit and just, I don't know what to do.
What do you mean you're going to fail? You're going to fail a class, or?
I feel like I'm just gonna fail everything. Like, I'm just gonna fail all my classes, and I don't know, like, I just get so stressed out, and I just feel like I go to take my tests, and I sit down to take my tests, and I study so much, I can't study anymore, and I sit down to take the test, and my mind just goes blank. And I put all this time into studying, but then I don't get the grade that I think I should get, and I just think that, am I gonna fail? Like, can I do this? I don't know if I can do this.
Don't you think that just because you're having trouble in school doesn't mean that you're going to fail everything altogether? Doesn't that seem a little bit much?
I don't know, I don't know what to do, because I feel like, if I'm gonna fail this, maybe I should just let it go and just take a job that pays $7 an hour and just do that for the rest of my life, and just like make myself be happy with that.
That's a little bit, that's a little bit extreme. You know that you don't need to be working at a McDonald's. If you got into college, you have the potential to finish it, don't you think? No?
I don't know. I think like all the time I'm thinking, I always think to myself like, okay, so, I always go over everything I have to do in my head, and I do it, I study, and then I feel so overwhelmed, and then I just feel like it's even starting like on my drive here, like I start just getting anxious, like my heart starts beating, and I'm like, okay, so I don't know what's going on, like I've just built up, I feel like I'm just at the top of the mountain, and I just don't know where to go.
Okay, so what's triggering this is your schoolwork, the amount of schoolwork you have to do. And that's really stressing you out.
Yeah.
And then you actually start to believe that you fail this test, I'm so nervous, even though I studied and even though I did everything I'm supposed to do, you think you're going to fail anyway. You believe that.
Yeah, like, I feel like, I almost feel like where am I going, like, I'm studying, but I'm not getting the grade I think I should get, so then why am I studying?
Are you failing?
I'm not failing.
Okay, so that right there, it's not as bad as you think it is. You believe it's a lot worse than it is.
But I'm getting B's, not A's.
Okay. Do you think maybe that because you have this belief that you're going to fail, you get yourself so worked up that as a consequence, you're actually not getting the grades that you possibly could? Or if you just took a minute to take a deep breath and stop catastrophizing over it, that you could learn to just keep calm during these tests and maybe get an A that you work so hard for?
I mean, well, that's the thing, like, I feel like I put the time and effort into getting the A, but I feel like something happens, and it just, like, I'm not getting the A's, and then I just feel like, okay, so something's wrong with you, you're gonna fail, you can't do this.
So you tell yourself these things. These are thoughts that you're hearing.
Yeah.
Why don't you try replacing those thoughts with, really not as bad as I think it is? What's really going on is, I'm just nervous. And if I have a clear head when I go in, everything's going to be